Now there is another question, very interesting question, which I've right from my childhood been quite fascinated with. Though when I did my research and I came to my own conclusions, I had my own answers to this particular question. Now the question is, can you do Prashna Kundali without time? My answer is, actually, if you want to show that you are one notch above the common man who's asking you this question. Let's say when we go to an astrologer and we go with a question and he scratches his head, he looks at the time, he does his calculations, and then he thinks and ponders, and then he gives you the answer. Now his answer would be, because the Mars placement at this particular time is in this particular degree, or because the Saturn is affecting your, or in conjunction with your Mars in your a birth chart, and then he comes up with an answer. You feel that, yeah, this fellow is knowledgeable, he's given me the correct answer. But my perception to all this is that when we are into occult sciences, or when we are as researchers, because nobody is perfect in occult sciences, it is a kind of a studies which helps you become more intuitive, and when you are following the correct guidelines to it, you actually, your premonitions, your intuitions, they are much more sharper than a normal person. So when a person comes with a question to me and asks me a particular question, my only requirement from him is his date of birth. And then I work with my intuitions, because my calculations have actually told me this is the person's attitude, this is the person's positive and negative, and this is how the things are going to be the result of his actions. And my answer is yes or no. And after that, I do tend to explain why is it a yes and why is it a no. Because the person says, okay, if the answer is negative to this particular question of mine, how do I make it positive? Then I work again with his attitude and tell him how he has to change his attitude, or how he has to change his circumstances, or how he can accept the circumstances to give him the peace and happiness and success that he so desires from a particular circumstance. Now, this could deal with your legal problems, this could deal with your relationship problems, this could also deal with you knowing whether a particular deal will go well or not. So see, the bottom line again comes is that it is your thinking, it is your perceptions, it is your positive and negative energies that will make a particular thing good or bad. Let's say, for example, the most common thing here comes is between relationships, when a person says, I need to know, will this relationship work or not? Of course, I work with my intuitions and I take both the date of births and I tell them the positive and negatives of this person and the positive and negatives of this person. But the bottom line, the relationship will work if you are interested. And you can only be interested and make that relationship a success if the other party is interested. But if it is just 50% of following and the other party is not even aware of it, that whether somebody is following her or him or not, or whether that person is interested or not, how is the relationship going to work? So the Prashna Kundali will be, I am sorry, this thing will not work. Second question will be, okay, how can I make it work? Again, the answer would be very simple. It doesn't require too much of introspection or mulling over it. The answer is, have you told the other party that you're interested in him or her? And if not, please go and do so. The third immediate reaction would be, but what if I get a rebuff? My answer is simple. It's better to have tested and tried than never to have tried at all.